Hey guys, welcome back to Time Machine Scale Models. It's been a few days since I uploaded anything. Figured I better check in with you guys. Just been working on this in drips and drabs, and got it to the point where it's ready to clear coat. So this weekend, that's what I was going to do. Well, let me tell you about the debacles that I've had. Yes, not one debacle, but two debacles. So now I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to clear coat this. I polished it up and everything. I used the Plastex, and that's the way it's going to stay. I'm not going to put any clear coat on this. So let me tell you what happened. So I was trying to decide what I wanted to use for clear. I have a half a can of wet look clear out there that I can decant for my airbrush. I have a whole bottle of Pledge Revive that I've never used other than brushing on some plastic spoons. And I had 2 bottles of Tamiya X22 clear. So I was like, I had this bright idea that I was going to try to use the Pledge Revive. So I went and I loaded up my airbrush and I went to town. Well, I didn't like the results. So I knew using an ammonia-based cleaning product, I could strip it off the car. So that's what I did. I used Windex with ammonia, and I stripped it off the car. So then I went and I thinned out the Tamiya X22, and I started spraying. And no matter what I did, I could not get it to lay right. I kept getting flat spots and some gloss spots. And it didn't matter how heavy I laid it. I mean, I tried to lay it heavy enough that it would run, and I just could not make it look good. So, I stripped that off too. How did I strip that off without damaging the paint? All right. I used Purple Power. Purple Power and a soft bristle toothbrush will take off Tamiya X22 clear. And it was by accident that I figured that out, because the clear coat was on here and I was wet sanding it, and there were some areas that were like really funky and it was bad. It looked really, really bad. And I told the wife, I said, I'm going to have to strip this, and that's going to mean that I'm going to have to order some paint. I'm going to have to remask everything, and I'm going to have to start all over. And so there was some stuff on there. So I went and I took the Purple Power on a rag, on one of these paper towels, and I wiped the area, and I realized that it was pulling the clear coat off, and I was like, are you kidding me? So I grabbed a toothbrush, and I wet the toothbrush with it, and I scrubbed the top, and I realized that it was removing all the clear coat. I was like, are you kidding me right now? So I took a chance, being that one or the other was going to happen. Either the clear coat was going to be removed and the paint underneath was going to be fine, or I was just going to have to repaint this whole thing anyway, right? And that's the way it was looking, and I was going to do it anyway. So I went to work with the soft bristle toothbrush and some Purple Power, and I was able to remove all the X22 off this without hurting the paint or the decals. Okay, see the decal on the hood? They're still there. Didn't even pull them off, which I was highly surprised about. So anyway, I just, it's not that great. It might look okay right here, but it's one of those 10-footers. It looks great from 10 feet away, but it just did not turn out the way it is. It has some of that tiny, tiny orange peel in it. I just couldn't get it out. I just don't know what it is, and obviously I don't really want to take it back down to heavier grits of sandpaper to try to get it out, so it is what it is. It'll look decent on my shelf, and I'm satisfied. There's actually a couple areas that I burned through in the process of taking off the Pledge and taking off the X22. I wet sanded the X22 and it was fine. I didn't see any burn throughs or anything. But then after I took the X22 off, I noticed some spots that I had burned through. So there's one here at the bottom of the door. There's one here. Here, let me show you. I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's one down here on the bottom of the door. There's one right here. And one here, and one here at the top of the fenders, which I really got to stop doing that. I do that a lot. on top of the fenders. So before we do the final reveal of this car, I'll probably have those touched up. So in the final reveal video, you'll never see them. But other than that, I used the Plastex and polished it out. I'll probably give it a couple more coats and polish it out. I used my Dremel stylo, but it was skipping around a little bit, so I stopped, and then I just did it by hand. So we'll just continue doing it by hand. Give it a couple more coats, try to rub it out a little bit more, smooth it out a little bit more, and it'll be what it'll be. I was working on the wheels, trying to figure out the wheels and everything, and I want to show you how I'm going to mount the front wheels. But before I get to that, I just want to let you know, this is going to be the second to the last update on this. The next video you see about this Roadrunner, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like mocked up. And then the final video, that won't be until January 15th at the behest of Mr. Mark Batson and Lucas C. The bumpers are over here in the Purple Power because I had sprayed them gloss black. I did not like the way they came out, so I decided I was going to strip them because I want it to be super smooth when I lay the Alclad clear. Or Alclad chrome, sorry. So let me show you what I'm going to do here. So on the front wheels, right now, they're not drilled. Normally what I do is I drill in the center and I pin all these on. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use one of these, and I'll show you how I got that. That is the center. Let me turn this light off. Maybe not. I don't know. That is the center of the wheel back. And what I did was I just snipped it off with my cutting dikes, and then I sanded the circumference of it and smoothed it out. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm losing everything. I'm going to glue this to the inside of the wheel. Okay? This is going to be glued inside the wheel, and then I'm going to stick it on like that. Alright? Now, you're like, oh, that's going to work. It's going to work. Okay? This isn't my first rodeo. It's going to work. But I'm also going to drill a hole through the center of this and line it up with the spindle, and I will drill a tiny hole in this spindle here, and I will pin that one too. Now on the rear wheels, let me get this out of the way, I have to open up the brake rotors, the center of the brake rotor. I got to open this up to about 1/4 of an inch to fit over this. And if you notice, I shorten it up. So basically, these are already drilled. If you can see, you cannot. You can almost see it. The center of them are drilled already, and I drilled there too. So basically, the brake rotors are going to go on, and the brake rotors will be here. The wheels will go on. They're going to get glued, and they're going to get pinned. So I'm done. And that's basically it. Brake rotors will ride on the inside and around there, inside the wheel, and the wheels will be pinned on. And like I said, the next video I do, I'm going to have this thing mocked up for you. I'll have the interior in it and everything, and you'll get to see the stance. You'll get to see what the wheels look like on the car, and basically what it's going to look like once it's all finished. Alright, so let me put this stuff to the side. Tomorrow, we start the Fat Fenders Spins and Chrome build. And I know that I've already made my announcement, showed my kit, but it is the eve of the Fat Fenders Spins and Chrome build. So I just wanted to show you guys once again the kit that I'm building, and also show you it's in the same condition as it was the last time I showed you. It's still sealed. Decals are toast. I think they're mildewy or whatever, but yeah, they're toast. So we're going to do something a little bit different. I've had all this time to plan this build, and I still do not know what the hell I'm going to do with it. So we'll see what happens. I guess it's going to be on the fly. I don't know what color. I don't know what. I also don't know whether or not I'm going to stick to box stock or I'm going to do anything, any detailing on this as far as wires and stuff like that. I think I kind of deserve a build where I'm not doing anything special. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this is the build or not, but one of those builds is definitely coming up. So yep, I'm going to stick this right back here. Oh, and if you saw in the intro, I'll be heading to NNL17 next Sunday, and I hope to meet guys like Tony Lancer, maybe meet Craig over there from Craig's Corners, maybe Marcy. I don't know who I'll meet. So if you see me, and I'm sure by now you guys all know my ugly mug, if you see me, just approach me. I'll probably be with a short redhead. That'll be my wife. And yeah, just approach me and say hi. Alright guys, I think that is all I got for today. I hope you guys are well. And thanks for watching. Happy modeling.